Welcome once again to Breakfast Central. We, of course, not going to be bringing you the newspapers this morning. We're going straight into other conversations. The crisis in Rivers State has deepened as 4 commissioners, including Dr. George Kelly Alabo, the Commissioner for Works, Mrs. Inime Chinwe Moaguma, the Commissioner for Social Welfare and Rehabilitation, amongst others, including, of course, Isaac Kamalu, the Commissioner for Finance, and Emeka Woke, the Commissioner for Special Duties, have all resigned from Governor Sim Fubara's cabinet. The resignations follow that of the Commissioner for Justice and, of course, Attorney General, Professor Zacchaeus Adango.
Dr. Alabo, a staunch loyalist of former Governor Nyesom Wike, cited his resignation as being based on his conscience, personal philosophy, and professional ethics, while each commissioner expressed gratitude for the opportunity to serve in their resignation letters. Joining us this morning to discuss this is Elder Statesman and National Coordinator, South-South Leadership Forum, His Highness Anabs Sara Igbe. Welcome to the show, sir. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, and good morning.
Your Highness, it would seem that what exactly is playing out in Rivers State is what I would like to refer to as, Achebe's book, Things Fall Apart, the Center Cannot Hold. How does all of this, what does it mean to you? What exactly is happening? First, it was the moving from the from the PDP to the APC, and then we've seen the demolition of the Rivers Assembly complex, and now we're seeing resignations happening left and right. What exactly is going on in Rivers State?
Well, thank you. I think all that is going on in Rivers State is a fallout of greed of one man. One man wants to be the champion, he wants to be the leader, he wants to be the richest man, he wants to control. And that is what is happening. And Rivers people are not happy, and that is why we all pleaded for peace, because it is affecting the fabric of Rivers economic policy. And we are also telling the both parties to shed their sword so that we can talk and see how we can resolve the matter. But as regarding the resignation that you earlier mentioned, I would say that Wike was the person who was nominating commissioners for the governor. Out of the commissioners we had in the state, the governor had only 2 out of 20-something commissioners. So more and more will resign. We're expecting more to resign. And this is because they thought the governor was something, a cheap, very cheap meat they can just chew and throw away. But because it's becoming a tojo in their mouth, they have no option than to go. 2, their master, Nyesom Wike, the Honorable Minister of Federal Capital Territory, is misleading them, and he has misled them out of favor. First, he misled the 27 members of the National Assembly, and they are most likely to lose their seat because the law is very clear. The Supreme Court has declared that it's the party that wins election and not individuals. And you cannot contest election as an independent candidate. It's the party that will sponsor you. So whatever vote you have belongs to the party. So he has misled them to believing that they are doing what is right. 3, the governor has also misled the commissioners, and more would go thinking that they are doing the right thing. Rivers people are not happy. Because of this greed, we have lost our assembly building, and all the economic crisis that is going on today in the state is something you cannot just apprehend. It's a very bad situation, not only for Rivers State, but for the country. Because Rivers State is one of the economic nerves of the country, and if there is a problem in Rivers State, it affects the entire country. So, with what is going on now, if President Tinubu did not take appropriate steps to douse tension or to arrest it, of course, this crisis may spill over to the entire Niger Delta. And that would not go well because it may affect the economy, they will affect the economy of this country.
Yep.
Now, when Wike was a governor, he forgets so soon that he became a governor through the help of the job people. The job people helped him to become governor. He became governor and he started insulting the job people that made him what he is today. And he, by the grace of God, God also influenced him to bring another injunction. And he thinks it was himself who made it. It's not him, it's God. Because God controls the heart of the man or the kings. And when God wants something to happen, it will happen. The governor today we have is the most loyal politicians I've ever seen, that is loyal to his Oga. Up to today, the governor still calls Osarogie his Oga. Of course, he has been Oga of say for a long, long time. We're all aware of the crisis about EFCC pursuing him and not pursuing him. We're all aware of Wike dishing out River State money as if it is his personal money. We're all aware of what he gave to Sokoto State, what he gave to Benue State, to the Lagos women, to Abia, and all over, because he wants to be Mr. Champion. And somebody was protecting him. But now he wants to fight that. I think karma wants to come. Rivers people are not happy with him before he even left office. We are not happy. But because he was a governor, he has the resources, he has everything, people were clapping for him. He has started seeing the true minds of the Rivers people, right from the church. Because you don't respect even God. You think you are God yourself. Mortal, they are mortal.
Yeah. Your Highness, let me
put yourself and respect God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, two things I want to have you quickly address. The first one is with the demolition. Do you condemn the actions of? I mean, it depends on how you interpret it, but let's get your interpretation of the demolition of the River State Government House. And do you condemn the actions of Governor Sim Fubara for taking that step, demolition government property, under the guise of renovations?
First of all, the governor is the custodian of all the properties of government. And he has come out to say that the dynamite used on the eve of 29 October has affected the foundation of the building. And the assembly is a public building. So if the foundation is bad and there are cracks all over the place and they want to rebuild that place, I don't see anything wrong. Rivers people don't see anything wrong in that. More so, Rivers people are fed up with the antics of the former governor, who is the minister today. And so if he wants to remodel it and rebuild it, so be it. We cannot say no, because every property of government belongs to the governor, he's the custodian. And so if he thinks one of them is bad and he wants to rebuild it, what is wrong with it? So Rivers people don't condemn it, except those parochial few who are with the greedy man who wants to destroy the state.
Now,
okay, well,
some people don't quite agree with his logic of demolishing it because he's been given expert advice that the integrity of the building has been compromised, because according to the reports that we've heard from those who are on ground, it looked like something that was done in a hurry. It was done to prevent the actions of the legislature. Because, for example, if you say that you are demolishing this property because you've been advised about the integrity of the building being compromised, you would probably have had enough time to bring out property, bring out the things, but everything in the building was demolished alongside the building. So when people share these sentiments, is this something you can understand, and do you agree with it?
Whatever sentiment people will share, I'm telling you that Rivers people are happy that even the assembly is not there. We're happy because the problems we are getting now from those who have been, so to say, seats are declared vacant, the problem they are creating will even be more if that building still stands. And so if they sacrifice that to save River State, it's also good and fine. But what you are saying is if engineers have said the structure is bad, you must rebuild it, and it's going that line, that is the official position of government. But I'm telling you as an individual, you can have your sample opinion in River State. No Rivers man is complaining that that assembly is destroyed. That was not the first assembly we had in the River State. We've had several assemblies. Odili built an assembly which he came and destroyed himself. All right? So it's not the first time they have built and destroyed assembly buildings. We had the old assembly building, and one Odili came and said he wants to move from there to build a new one. He built a new one, they were there. Under Amechi tenure, he fought, and we saw what happens. Assembly itself was moved to somewhere, and we had the government decide for them. What is government? The government is a combination of the three arms. And the three arms, two of them are loyal to the first arm, which is the executive. So if the executive, who are custodian, now decide that this is how it should be, we are not saying it's wrong. Besides, we want peace. If demolishing that house will give us peace, it's okay. Because we are fed up. Having squandered all our money in his tenure, he's still coming back to still disturb the state. They call him Mr. Project. His local government is not producing oil. But those who are producing oil, nothing is done. You build 12 flyover in one local government in Port Harcourt. Only this local government. Even the Port Harcourt local government, there was no single flyover. So a man came, he has done, nobody should be happy to God. You should be grateful to God because you came, you stole, you looted, and nobody is probing you. You left quietly. Why not live quietly? You went to Abuja, you're causing problems all over the place. Why must you be the Bozo Raza? Everywhere you go, you must once make noise, you make problem. You have left River State, you want to control Abuja, you want to control River State. One man. You're controlling APC, you're controlling PDP. One man. Don't we have ideology in politics anymore? Where is integrity to what you are talking about? Today you said this thing, tomorrow you are doing another thing. How can we allow such a man to be called a leader in this society if we want to bring up our children to be honest, to be humble, and to do what is right? We have to talk about integrity of a man. If your integrity is not there, you are not a man. You can get the whole world.
Yeah, Your Highness, you know,
the world will not respect you.
Yeah, some may even argue.
If you don't have integrity.
Apologies. I just want to quickly chip in that some may argue that, you know, the actions taken by Governor Fubara also, might, eventually come back to bite people of River State. I mean, it might seem like the people of, for what you've said, that they are supporting it now and they don't have any issues with it, but it doesn't take away the fact that it looks, a little funny. The timing of it, the fact that it was done without any, at least heads up to members of the House of Assembly that it was going to be demolished. Little details here and there, but from what you're saying, that's fine, even if, it looks like there's a lot of red flags around it. I also want to bring your attention to, something that we've heard in the last few days, that traditional leadership and political leadership in River State have sold out. And in the last long while, maybe even during Governor Wike's time, they all sold out. And that's why they weren't able to, have some level of control over former Governor Nyesom Wike. That's why, of course, River State is where it is currently. So do you have any defense to that? Can you... respond to those allegations?
I disagree with you totally. I disagree with you totally. Yes, every government must have people who might support you while you are there. We have praise singers all over the world. We have the courtiers all over the world. Right from the history of power play in the world, the colonial days, the political time. If you look at the period of the Egyptian, the Persians, you will hear the political courtiers coming to be fanning, telling lies, talking this, talking that. It's all over. It's not today, and it will not end today. Wike's tenure was a tenure of terror in River State. So people who are afraid would definitely succumb to him and ease him out of government. Not that they love him so much. You can see his comments recently about the church bishops, how he was abusing the bishop, that when he was a governor, they called him all kinds of names. Now he's no longer a governor, they are not recognizing him. All kinds of things, because people are just managing him. There's nothing they can do. Whether you like it or not, is the governor, and so you cannot change it, so you full play along. But they were still critical leaders. And that is why when the likes of Graham Douglas died, Wike refused to go because it's critical of him. The former governor, Ada George, has never been that type. He has been on his own, and everybody respects him. There are leaders, and there are also leaders. Traditional rulers can say anything. Some of them are now singing different songs. But when he was there, he was Alpha and Omega. These are normal things in politics. But the truth remains that Rivers people are not happy with his tenure. You might paint it anyhow, propaganda, everything. How can you build 12 flyover? No budget, no tender, nobody know how much you build each of the flyovers. And some of the flyovers are out of quality. Trailers cannot pass under. And is that the kind of project you say you are this or that? People saw it, and people are talking. You know, so today, he would have gone quietly without problem, but he's trying to invite karma upon himself. We all saw what happened between him and Amechi. And I told Amechi, this will be a karma. Don't try this with Odili. If you try with Odili, your own karma will come. The same token, when Odili offended the people that brought him to power, his karma came through Amechi, who we never expected. And when Amechi wanted to fight Odili, I said, don't do it. I was a lone voice. But what happened? Wike, who was encouraging him to do it, became the karma and turned around to pretend to be a better person. So Wike got a very loyal person, and God said, no, let this man come out and fight himself. Wike is fighting himself. We all know what is happening. We all know the karma is coming, he's inviting the karma upon himself. And that is why he's even destroyed the stronghold. He has misled the assembly people. They are going to lose their seat. The commissioners, he has misled them with the hope that he will bring another government. We will work with him and get peace.
All right, Your Highness, let's go back to...
about structure. Let me finish.
Okay.
He was talking about structure. What was the structure he's talking about? The structure he was talking about was, before he left office, the state was getting over 10 billion IGR. When he left office, the IGR came down to 6 billion. And the governor, who was like the general, who knew how much was coming in, was very inquisitive to know what was going on. And they said, it's a guy. And they said, oh, he's asking too much question. He's talking too much. The federal allocation, who controls it? He awarded all the contracts, tied them to the banks. As the money comes in, the banks takes the money. And who knows what happened behind the scene? And he felt the same, he's trying to touch those structures. I don't know what he wants. Abuja, as a federal capital, is richer than River State. And you have all what you wanted there, you are not satisfied. You want to be Abuja, you want to be River State, so that you can prepare for presidency. Money is not the only factor that will give you presidency. Buhari was not rich before he became president. If God ordained you to become a president, you will be. Otherwise, whatever you do is useless. From law school, he became a local government chairman. Local government chairman, he became a chief of staff. He became a minister of state. He became a full minister and a governor. After governor, you are now a minister of one of the most powerful ministry in the country. You're not still satisfied. What are you looking for? Today you say this, tomorrow you are doing something. Oh, APC is cancer. You are moving to APC that is cancerous. PDP is malaria. You are leaving malaria to cancer. Oh, I will not leave PDP. Oh, I will not disappoint you. Now, where are you going?
Just before we wrap up, Your
anybody I'm
Highness.
contesting for presidency, anybody that wins the primary, I will leave.
Yeah, well,
Today,
it was a lot of.
Did you leave? So.
Yeah, just hold on. Just hold on, Your Highness.
Consistent with yourself.
We need to wrap up.
You tell lies to yourself. Rivers people are saying all this. We are all saying it. The elders may not say all this, but sometimes the activists will not agree. We will say whatever as it is. We say it as it is. And I challenge him to say no. If what I'm saying is a lie, let him reply me.
Your Highness,
I challenge him to reply me. He cannot reply me.
You have really shared some, the question you answered just now was what I was going to ask about what exactly is the political structure that he doesn't want tampered with. And I'm glad that you shed light on that. And we really thank you for your time. We certainly hope for the best for Rivers State because in the midst of all this fight, governance has taken a backseat and the people of Rivers are the one who will suffer the implications of this drama. So we do hope that we can see some positive news from Rivers State soon. But thank you so much for your time with us this morning, Your Highness.
Thank you very much for opening up the truth to the Nigerians and the world. But lastly, let me say something. Tinubu should be very careful because you'll be surprised to see a fight from Wike.
Okay.
So are you saying that Nyesom Wike in Abuja might be a threat to the president?
It is the biggest threat. As I've given this antecedent, I will not do this and he's doing a different thing. Oh, I will not this and he's doing it. He said I will not contest. Is it not too early for him to even talk about contesting for presidency? There's a president that is expected to stay 8 years. And within 6 months, you have started talking about presidency. What is your motive? And from your antecedent, what you are saying is not what you are doing. So, Mr. President should be very careful. Otherwise, you are a governor for 8 years. You are in charge of the money. Assembly was under your pocket. Now you have left. You have now given the most juicy appointment. You are still there in charge. And what are you? What do you want to control Rivers State? You are controlling the APC. You are controlling PDP. One man. That is not how we are taught.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time, Your Highness. We would love to continue the conversation, but we hope that we can see some sanity and the PDP can actually come out to speak about what party really does Nyesom Wike belong to. But that's a conversation for another day. Thank you very much, Your Highness, for joining us.
We should ask him.
All right. We will. We will love to. We will, certainly. Thank you very much for joining us. Right, this is still Breakfast Central. We will go on a break, and when we come back, the conversation about Rivers State and the drama going on continues.